Hi, folks. This is Lee with the Market Sense for the week of August 4th, 2020. The charts in this presentation come from the Trade Navigator software that's provided by Gettess. And if we look at a weekly bond market chart here, we see the same thing we've seen for quite some time now. This big sideways pattern that we've had since this huge couple weeks here, they broke down out of it. Once they do that and turn back up, the likelihood is that they break to the upside, but we think that's unlikely because interest rates are so ridiculously low already. And you can see they have not really broken to the upside. There's nothing about this that looks like a breakout, but they sure are grinding their way up higher and higher, and I don't want to get caught in thinking in terms of absolutes. What I mean by that is I always think of volatility as a spring, like it gets squished down and it has to spring out of there. Those are technical terms. And this is going to spring at some point, and I don't want to get caught thinking that it can't be to the upside, because it can. I don't think it will be. I think the probabilities favor this moving back down again at some point. But right now, they're just grinding higher, and I don't want to get stuck thinking they can't blow up to the upside, because they always can. For this week, the support here around, what is that, 181.27 appears to be holding, which is enough to continue the trend higher and should lead them up in the 183.17 area. Now, that's how they look right now. The problem is this week is our loaded employment week. We've got ADP employment Wednesday, the weekly employment claims on Thursday, and then the big dog, the monthly employment report on Friday. I don't really know what's going to be in those reports and how they'll react to them, only that they are likely to react to them. And anything that happens there, and I mean especially on Friday's report, could just render all of this nonsensical. They could break down to the green moving average there, 180.26, or possibly even back down to the mid 178 area here. Anything's possible with those reports. They're always a wild card. But for now, gosh, they're grinding higher, and nothing seems to be able to knock them down just yet. Stocks, I'd like to go back and look at what you see in the middle of the chart here. This is, believe it or not, a legitimate bear market. I mean, this is enough price movement to be a bear market by anybody's stretch, and it didn't even last 6 weeks. Now, I really thought they'd go back down and test that low, but they have just continued to grind higher and higher and higher, and they're doing it again this week. And they're doing the same thing they've done for the last several weeks now, which is they opened Sunday night, traded the support that needed to hold for them to continue to move up, and then they moved up to resistance, and they've like already done what was a likely move for the week, but it's done already. So, boy, the support this week was, let's call this, what is that, 3263, I guess, rough in there. That seems to have held and has held them up to the 3300 level. And of course, we're getting dangerously close to the old highs, which was around 3375 in this contract. I think a big move down and then this long-term grind higher, if they fail to make new highs here, we could see another move of this magnitude or greater. But I'm not predicting that. I'm just worried that it could happen. Again, this week we're looking at the employment report data Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so anything's possible. The 3220 area here is support. Looks like it's not going to be touched, but it could. And the next level below that, I think, is 3167 down here. So I don't really expect those to be hit. They certainly seem to want to just grind higher. The one thing I will say is the volatility is shrinking tremendously, and just like in the bond market, they don't stay unvolatile for long. So all it will take is something to jump them off. So that's what we've got for you today. I hope you can find something